Who would play the lead role if my book was a movie? We may be reaching today, but here's how I would cast Vitalerium Descent into the Void. Let's start with the protagonist, Roman Matthews, the hardened freelancer. Roman has a troubled past that haunts him, and the actor would need the range to be able to bring some of his darker aspects to life. They would also need to be someone who is extremely athletic to portray him in the countless combat scenes that he has throughout the book. Roman is reserved, and although he can be quippy and biting with his banter, he has a lot of layers to him that stem from the immense trauma of his past. So for that, we would need someone to be able to bring those layers to the screen, and oftentimes without words. And after seeing his performance in the Witcher series, I would have to go with Henry Cavill for the role of Roman Matthews. Next up, we've got our antagonist, Overseer Xeris Aganon. Xeris is truly devious, and although he coats his ambitions in benevolence for the masses, he only serves himself. His devotion to a future that he exclusively controls verges on religious zealotry. So for his character, we need someone who can portray a polished villain with exuberant confidence in himself and be able to exhibit the undeniable intelligence behind a politician playing some 4D chess. And that's why for Xeris, I would actually choose Theo James, who recently played a very convincing role as Edward Horniman, the Duke of Halstead, and an aspiring crime boss in the Gentleman series. Next up, let's cover a supporting role, Norval Mathis, the exec physicist and Coalition for Prosperity fugitive. Norval has a sort of nervous energy about him that stems from a combination of his intellect and the ticking clock in his head regarding the CP's initiatives. The awkwardness that he exhibits is a symptom of the gears constantly turning in his head as he navigates the seedy underworld of Kyrus, one which he is not familiar with at all when you first meet. For Norval, I would need someone that could portray that awkwardness, but also the forwardness that he embodies in terms of trying to save his loved ones. And that is why for Norval, I would cast Evan Peters. Finally, let's cover a supporting role on the antagonist side, General Darek Ferris Benson. In my mind, there is nobody that could portray Darek better than Levon Panic, for whom Darek's likeness was actually modeled after. He embodies the intimidating physical prowess that Darek's character requires, and I feel like his range, he could really evoke the brazen nature of Darek's personality that could bring his character to life. We'll cover more characters on future episodes of Inside Vitalerium. Click the link in the description to pick up your copy of Vitalerium Descent into the Void today so you can catch up on what you've been missing out on.